Okay, so hey guys, and today we're back with the anime review, and today we are continuing our Pokemon journey by reviewing Pokemon XYZ or Pokemon XY and Z, which is by far the best season of Pokemon. Let's begin the review. Okay, so first let's talk about Ash-Greninja. I really liked the way it was mysteriously introduced to us, but what I didn't like about it was how it always remained a mystery. Not knowing more about it was so disappointing. Like sure, it got a name known as the Bond phenomenon, but is that really enough? I wish Ash-Greninja was completely explained, and if it was, then that would open up a door for Bond Pokemons and Bond evolution, which would be similar to Mega evolutions. Maybe they could have Bond evolutions for generation 7 and 8, since that is way more interesting than Z-Move and Dynamax at least. Anyways, Ash-Greninja's theme song is absolutely epic, and I love how the animation goes completely all out once Greninja transforms into Ash-Greninja. The great animation really makes you feel how powerful Ash-Greninja is. Its design is great, and I love how they turned such a weird looking overrated Pokemon like Greninja into a super cool Pokemon which actually looks like a ninja and not just a frog with an incredibly long and weird tongue. It even has a shuriken on its back, and it's way speedier because obviously it's a ninja. So yeah, Ash-Greninja gives you more of that ninja vibe than Greninja itself does. Okay, so now let's talk about the Kalos Pokemon League, which is my favorite Pokemon League till now. They start off the league with a blast by having Mega Charizard X battle Mega Charizard Y. Two opposite Mega forms colliding with one another was so amazing to see. However, what was not so amazing to see was how Mega Charizard X defeated Y so quickly. Like yeah, I know that Mega Charizard X looks cooler than Y and fans prefer X over Y, but that still does not mean Y is that much weaker than X. I know Alan's Charizard is experienced and all, but still, it is a Mega Charizard Y. How could it get defeated so easily? Really disappointed by how long this battle lasted. Also, there's this annoying guy who is salty since he can't participate in the league, and so he decides to battle Ash, but Ash just absolutely wrecks him. This was awesome. I wish Ash was like this for the entirety of the Pokemon anime. Sawyer vs Tierno was also okay, I guess. It was one of those average battles which was just there to show that Sawyer is powerful. However, the main battles that made this league my favorite one start after this one, so let's talk about them. So the first main battle of this league is Ash vs Sawyer, which was an absolute blast to see. It starts off with Slaking vs Hawlucha, and I really loved how Hawlucha wore an outfit that Serena had made for him. That was nice, but I got really surprised when Slaking just destroyed Hawlucha with ease. I thought Hawlucha was going to help Ash a lot in this battle since it had a lot of screen time and also was very useful to Ash in some of the gym battles, but I guess that isn't happening. I really loved how Ash used those chunks of wood that were still floating in the air because of anime logic to block Aegislash's annoying shield thingy. That was some classic Ash strategy, and I really love when Ash comes up with strategies like this because when he does, it's absolutely awesome. I wish Salamence got more to do though, and I was hoping it would cause more trouble for Ash simply because of how powerful it was. Anyways, after all those battles, we get to see Ash-Greninja vs Mega Sceptile, and that was absolutely awesome to see. From the overwhelmingly good animation to Sceptile's amazing Frenzy Plant move to Ash-Greninja's amazing speed and strategy, everything was absolutely excellent about this fascinating battle. I wish every other Pokemon battle was like this. Sceptile and his Frenzy Plant actually seemed really dangerous, and I was really happy when Ash-Greninja finally defeated it with the awesome Water Shuriken. Okay, so now let's talk about the most awesome yet disappointing Pokemon battle of all time, the Kalos League Finals, Ash vs Alan. Sure, this battle had amazing or even better animation than Ash vs Sawyer overall, but the outcome of it was so disappointing. Why? Just why couldn't they make Ash win? This was the perfect opportunity. Ash was mature and had discovered something known as the Bond phenomenon and had a powerful team for once, so why? Ash-Greninja wins in front of a Mega Sceptile, a Grass type, but loses in front of a Mega Charizard X, a Fire type, even though it had fired an ultimate Golden Water Shuriken at him. Nice logic, Pokemon anime. I am so disappointed by this battle and I absolutely hate it just because of the result of it, even though it was pretty awesome. Okay, so now let's talk about the post-league crisis of this season. The Zygarde tentacle attack caught me off guard and I was not expecting a weird Zygarde tentacle thingy to pop into the Kalos League stadium. So this post-league crisis started off great and was in fact great itself. This might make Team Flare the best team in the anime. I love how Alan sort of betrays Ash and hands him and his Pokemons over to the Team Flare grunts. This is what a good rival looks like. Even I was surprised in this scene and I actually felt bad for Ash. He just looked so confused and couldn't believe that Alan, someone that he had trusted for so long, was actually betraying him. However, thankfully Alan regrets making this decision later on when he sees the destruction caused by Lysander's plan, but that is exactly when Lysander reveals that this is all happening thanks to him. It's the Mega Evolution energy that Alan has stored by battling all those strong Elite Four members and champions or trainers in the Mega Evolution series that was helping Team Flare execute that plan. So that made Alan regret his decisions even more. Really liked how he started regretting his decisions one by one, since that made him a really good and flawed character who can make mistakes, even after being overpowered. Anyways, Ash escapes after that and Alan and Ash both battle Lysander as the Red Zygarde, which should have been the official shiny of Zygarde, continues wreaking havoc across Kalos. Lysander being able to hold back Alan and Ash at once only with two of his Pokemons really surprised me. I know he's the leader of Team Flare, but still, he's so powerful. He could beat Diantha and become the Pokemon champion of Kalos successfully, you know. He just chose the wrong career. I was really caught off guard by Clembot's quote-unquote death, since I was not expecting a death even if it was a robot one. I also loved how all the gym leaders gathered together along with Diantha to stop Lysander from reaching the sundial with Chespin and the mysterious giant rock object that looked like a rock-type version of Zygarde. Steven and Diantha, the champions of Hoenn and Kalos, making a strategy together and talking with each other on screen was truly a pleasure to see. I loved how all of them attacked Lysander's weird rock Zygarde machine altogether and were successful in taking out Chespin out of that stupid machine. However, Lysander still tried to make a comeback, but before he could do that, Bonnie's Squishy summoned all of its other cells and transformed into Zygarde 100% form. You know Lysander is going to lose when this happens, and oh yes, he does, and in a truly glorious way. Also, did Bonnie just command 100% form Zygarde? She technically did command Zygarde with the go for it, right? Wow, this was amazing. The entirety of XYZ was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Rating? 10 out of 10. Best battle? Ash vs Sawyer. Okay, so yeah guys, and that was it for the video. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. And so yeah guys, bye!